All right, Brianna wanted some help here. She and her boyfriend broke up right around the time she had a falling out with her best friend. And she's been wondering, are these two things related or not? And she wanted our help to get to the truth. Hey, Brianna.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so tell us about this breakup, the fallout, the whole thing. We've already reached out, so we already have results for you this morning, but bring us up to that point.
All right. So my boyfriend and I broke up last spring, like you said. And around that same time, my best friend and I had a falling out, and I thought they were unrelated. My boyfriend and I have been together 2.5 years, but we have been fighting a lot more often toward the end, and I couldn't figure out why. It was like everything I did just bugged him, you know? So then in April, he broke up with me. He said he didn't see things with us progressing even further. He said after 2.5 years, if he wasn't ready to marry me, then he should move on. I was heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
So about a week later, my best friend and I get into a fight. And, I honestly don't even remember what it was about. We were out with a bunch of people. I did or said something. And she replied with a comment about how I'm always making things about me. So it caused a big fight. And I was furious that she would say something like that to me. But there was also people there. So she said it in front of other people. So I calmed down. A few days later, I tried to put it past us and tell her that I forgave her because, we had been drinking. I got it. I was in a bad place, She refused to talk to me about it, and we still haven't spoken in nearly 8 months, So, Thanksgiving break, I find out from a friend that my ex-boyfriend and my ex-best friend are together. Okay? Apparently, yeah. Apparently, they had been together for a while, and this person didn't know how long or whatever, but she had been heard about it, and she had just let me know when I saw her. So I don't want to talk to them myself. I mean, obviously, I'm still upset about it. I can't hardly even talk about it, but I need to know if they started seeing each other while we were together. Did they both cheat on me, or did they both all of a sudden, end the relationships with me because they wanted to be together, I need this to make sense because I need to be able to move on.
I can feel your pain through the phone because you ended up being disrespected by not one but two people in your life, and it's what it sounds like to me when you are describing how the breakup occurred and how the friendship breakup occurred. It sounded like they both sabotaged it. Like they both intentionally did something in order to find a way out the door.
That's exactly what I'm feeling. And I didn't think anything of it until I heard they were together. And now I'm like, these are the two people that I thought were closest in my life. Sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize. Yeah, it's a lot of pain and hurt there.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. I think for me, if I were in your situation, finding out that they were together in a weird way would actually have been closure for me because it would have gave me the answers that I felt like I was looking for as to why. Because like Kristen said, I would feel like they sabotaged it. But at this point, whether you find out they did or they didn't, how do you think it's going to help you heal?
Because I miss them. I miss my boyfriend. I miss my best friend. But knowing that they're the type of people that do that to me, then they're done. And that missing is gone. And I know they're not the type of people I thought they were.
Oh, so this is going to be like a massive nail in the coffin. Like they're going to be dead to you if this is confirmed.
Yes, absolutely. Because what I'm missing was not actually the people I thought, Yeah. So if that's what happened, then I'm done. I'm done moving on. And it's a new life for me.
All right, Brianna, I have a theory. Now, first, you need to tell me if your best friend, is she the type of person who's kind of vindictive? Like, does she always need the last word in arguments?
I mean, sometimes when we're drinking, yes. She gets these, beer muscles, and, she has to have the last word. She's always right, which is why I didn't think anything of it that last time. But, I mean, for the most part, she's a good person.
Okay, so doing a little intel on what I know about women, which is a lot, too much, people may say. But I have a feeling that after you and your best friend had this falling out, she decided she was going to try and get back at you by getting with your boyfriend. I think I think this might be a way of her kind of getting the last word in this argument by being like, all right, well, we're not going to be friends anymore. I'm going to sleep with you, dude.
So it wasn't that they were cheating and that's why they both like went their separate ways from her, but it was like after the fact, she's like, I'm so mad at my friend, I'm going to go after her ex.
I think that's 100% what happened.
It feels like the reason why you guys got cut off from each other, the argument is not big enough for a best friend to end a friendship. So there had to be something else going on.
Well, women will do this thing where they will build up resentment with you about so many different things that finally one thing will happen and that's just the last straw for them.
All right. Brianna, hang out for a couple of seconds because our show director, Tommy, reached out to the ex-boyfriend and the ex-best friend, and we've got answers for you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we're getting closure today. All right, Brianna, you asked us to try to help you get some closure. So our show director, Tommy, reached out to both the ex-boyfriend and ex-best friend, and he can take it from here.
All right, so I reached out to Connor, the ex-boyfriend, and Leah, the ex-best friend. Connor did not reply, but Leah did. And I was able to talk to her via text, and she knows the Bert Show. And I explained that I was contacting her on behalf of you, Brianna, and that you needed some answers in order to move on. And this is the first thing I said. I said,
Well, Tommy, before you start, would you like Abby to play the part of Leah so you can kind of reenact the conversation?
sure.
Okay.
Just, you're going to need like a bitchy undertone.
Okay.
I can do bitchy.
Don't change a thing.
Bitch.
All right, here we go. Brianna's really struggling to understand what happened between her and her ex and the two of you. She was confused by two relationships ending, and now she's heard about the two of you dating. She needs some clarity on the timing of it all. Can you shed some light on when your relationship started?
Look, Tommy, I understand this is your job to contact me and ask, but honestly, whatever you're wanting to get out of me is not going to happen. It's time for everyone to move on.
Good job.
Easily said by the person who did the wrong thing.
Bitchy level is strong. All right.
It's easy for her to say it's time for everyone to move on because they moved on clearly without me.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So I replied to Leah. I said, I understand that, but Brianna is really torn up. Knowing whether this started while they were still together might help her move on. She just wants the truth.
Our current situation is not about Brianna. She has nothing to do with it. Like I told her months ago, she needs help to stop making everything about her.
And then,
like, they were my boyfriend and my best friend, and it's not about me? Like,
all right. I tried to
am I
remain.
being ridiculous?
No, you're not being
No,
ridiculous.
no.
I'd be hurt if I were you also.
I tried to remain calm. I said, Leah, she's just looking for some answers. It's been really tough on her.
I'm sorry she's having a tough time, but nobody is doing anything wrong. Everyone has moved on. She should too.
And then I said, it's not about dwelling. It's just about understanding.
What I see is Brianna once again making someone else's life about her. Our relationship is ours, not hers. She needs to accept it and find a way to move forward without these answers. We don't owe her an explanation.
So that speaks volumes, I think, there, Brianna. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. They don't owe me an explanation. These are people that both profess their undying love to me for years, and now they're together, but I don't deserve an explanation, and forget about them.
All right.
They deserve each other.
So I deduced, and I said, okay, I'm going to assume this means the relationship did start before they had broken up.
Assume whatever you want. None of it matters. It doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Right there. That shows that they were together. They were together. That's why everything happened.
Yeah, she's not gutsy enough to say that she's a douchebag. But that's exactly what's been going on, probably. But she's not gutsy enough to say it, but you know in your heart what's going on, and you don't need either one of them. Just move on.
Yeah. You know what? His 3 inches is her problem now.
Damn, okay.
That's a fact.
All right. But if you got it 3 times that night, is it like, it's like 9?
That's not how that works.
That's
That is not how
that's
that works.
due, man. If I ever.
The Bert Show.